The Magnolia Bowl, often overlooked in the pantheon of great rivalries, but this has always been fierce, and both of these teams know if they survive and advance from here, a host of opportunities lie ahead. Welcome to Vaught Hemingway Stadium in Oxford, Mississippi. It's the LSU Tigers and the Ole Miss Rebels. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
Guys, I was able to catch up with Lane Kiffin before the game. He said this is a crucial game on the road against a quality opponent. It means so much. Not only the college football playoff rankings, strength of schedule, and everything that goes into a matchup like this. This is the biggest challenge so far in their season. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. LSU will put a foot to it for the opening kickoff. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. Out to the 25. The lone back's got it. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
And man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You got to love this running back, and he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did.
Snags it, and there's running room. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
I mean, some quarterbacks have a hard enough time just completing passes in the pocket, but to do it on the run, like when you got that kind of speed and that kind of momentum going, it takes a special kind of athlete, and that quarterback, he's a different breed.
Looking downfield on first down. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning Turkey Bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollack off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollack cut blocked. maybe even double team high load, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. But that's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
Looking to throw on first down. Looking left. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds. Sometimes a quarterback just needs to turn the ball loose. It was like he tried to guide that one in, and it disrupted the timing.
Yeah, and just like in basketball, when you shoot a shot and you start trying to aim it, you really, really miss. You know, quarterbacks, they got to quickly be able to recognize, do I need to fire it? Do I need to put a little air underneath it? And it's just a tough thing for a quarterback to be able to do. But over time, you see they have less and less mishaps like that.
The seventh play of this opening drive will be a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Lets it go. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Not the way you want to start your first drive, and the defense forces a turnover. Running inside, it's Berry. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snapped, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating the loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
I know it was incomplete. I'm okay with it. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm going to keep taking shots down the field. I'm going to make him honor that deep ball. I'll hit some of those before the game's over.
Might be changing the route. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Oh, that punt has been cleared for takeoff. Look at it go. Makes a catch at the 10. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. Here comes the Ole Miss offense onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Fires downfield. Finds his man. It's Alexander. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
He gets it across the 25 to the 24, give him 5 on the carry.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Got 6 on first down, now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Keeps it on the bootleg. On the move to his left. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it 1st and goal. really good job when this play went off script, and that's the job of a tight end. Find the soft spot and stay in the quarterback's field of vision.
Yeah, and it's just frustrating to play this kind of style of quarterback. That's always going to extend the play, make it harder on you as a defense. You got to guard longer in the back end, and just did a nice job getting outside the pocket and getting it to the big fella at tight end.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on second.
Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. He'll take it himself. Trying to find the end zone, and he's not going to make it as this defense is making it tough. Heftiness coming out on the goal line. The quarterback sneak. Scores on the sneak. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game.
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The run inside. It's Berry. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Quarterback making adjustments. Looking downfield, it's Levitt. Makes the catch. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed over the middle, it's Brown. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. After the short completion, let's see if they go back to the air. Now the play fake. Shoots it to the left. A strike downfield. All out of space. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line. LSU with the 1st and 10 here. From the red zone, looking for a space. Here's a heat. And down he goes.
That is a nice job by the defense in a sudden change type situation. The play before you just gave up a big completion down the field. So you got to try to stop the bleeding right away up front. The pass rush comes through for you to create a negative play.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Oh, they're after him. He's sacked. This defense all over him.
The offense just set themselves up in a bad situation on this one. 2nd and 3rd and long, and there's not a lot of guesswork. Defense knows they're throwing the football, and you could tell in that pass rush, man, they were coming.
Throws to the wideout. Complete to the right. Taken down just short of the sticks, but the offense still within scoring range on 4th down.
That's a nice completion. I know you don't get the first down. You're obviously set up in field goal range here down in the red zone, but because you've got 4th and short now, you may decide to go for this if you're on offense.
LSU trying to convert a 4th down. They'll run it. It's Berry. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. Not even a moment of anxiety in that decision. 4th and 1, yep, we're going.
Well, this isn't even a discussion in the headset. Like, this is automatic, autopilot. Like, 4th and 1, we're going for it every single time.
LSU lining up 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And this is an area of the field, man, who can be more physical. And you know I'm going to run the football a lot of times in these goal-to-go situations. 1st and goal, can I be physical? Can I get closer? The defense won that physical battle. Interested to see now if the offense thinks they can still run, or do they go to the passing game?
Pressure coming. And they got it.
We just need better execution on offense right now. Not able to get it done on 1st down, and now they give up the sack. If you're the head coach right now, you might want to think about a timeout, make sure your guys have their lines right.
Now on 3rd and goal, and that earlier sack left them with more ground to cover. Might be calling a hot route. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Tigers! Setting up for the extra point that would put them on top. And they move on top with the extra point, 7-6. 75 yards on the touchdown drive. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looks as if he's going to run it. There he goes. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. They'll go hurry up here.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a 1st down. Oh, and here they go again. 1st down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
A designed run for the quarterback. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard.
Well, they're trying to go with the QB designed run, but nice job defensively. They were not fooled by it. They were physical up front, and guys defeating blocks, able to get that tackle for loss.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Here's the pressure. Slides, avoids the hit. What a play to convert on 2nd and long. They'll rush to the line. Clock stop for the 1st down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out. But when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Bring in the heat. He'll try to do it himself. Knocked down after a pickup of maybe 2. And, man, that pursuit, they had their hair on fire. On 30 short, the run and looking for the 1st down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
Great protection. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. Now we get a timeout taken by the Rebels. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. After that 5-yard loss, some work to do now to keep this drive humming at 2nd and 15. Throws to the back. Got it in the middle. It's Lacy. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. Ole Miss calls its second timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. From the red zone, looking for a man. And his throw is incomplete.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Quarterback strolling away from heat. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent, but he's making bad decisions.
And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. They'll have just enough time to get 1 more snap before the half. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Berry. And he make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's going to do it here in the first half. Everybody stick with us. We'll head to halftime. We're just about ready to start the second half. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The LSU offense comes out to start this drive. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right, that pocket has been shaky, and if it continues to be that way in the second half, this could be a much different looking football game.
To the air, it's Levitt. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense, or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
A big third down coming, and hotty toddy, gosh almighty, this crowd is ready. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got him. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Offense trying to catch them napping. Looks as if they'll go for it on fourth down. He wants to change this route. On fourth down, looking for the completion. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
Well, there's the advantage of having versatility at the running back position. On fourth down, everybody in the stadium is expecting if you throw it, it's probably going to a receiver or tight end. But because of his ability to catch the football, he makes a huge play for this offense and keeps the drive alive.
Pickup of 5. It's now 2nd and 5. LSU quick to the line.
And that's a good sign for this offense, maybe finishing this football game. Maybe they can get that ground game going. They've tried. They just haven't had a lot of success. Made them very one-dimensional. Nice to see them run the football with some efficiency later in this game.
That is an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding the window between the zones and delivering that ball on time.
LSU moving quickly, going to work again on first down. Wants to throw it again, and why not? Makes the catch. It's Wilson. Made a defender miss. They make the tackle at the 33, but he's ripped off 15 yards and picked up a first down. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Off the play fake on first down. Quarterback moving. Sacked way behind the line of scrimmage. Just a catastrophic play there. After that sack, they're in a different zip code now. 2nd and long working here. Back to throw. It's Levitt. Under fire. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field. That's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced it.
It is 3rd and long. Let's see what kind of arm he's got. Cannot get away. It is a huge sack, and I can't imagine what he was thinking on that play. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Oh, man, that is an absolute rocket launcher of a punt. And he'd hoped to pin him deep. Instead, it will be a touchback. Rebels offense is back on the field. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Dances away from the pressure, going to his left. With the catch, it's Alexander. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. Gonna run it. It's Lacey. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
He slides down, and he's got enough to convert for 2nd and short. The Rebels want to move quickly.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You could see on the sidelines, guys. He could not wait to get back out there. And that time, it was like he was running.
Touchdown, Ole Miss! With that, they grab the lead here in the 2nd half. Going for 2 here to try to make the lead 7. Wide receiver going in motion. Snap in the shotgun. He's got it for the 2.
Gotta love the execution. Not easy to throw down here, but the quarterback made a good read, accurate throw, and they come away with 2 points.
They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Oh, that was less than choreographed. Everybody going on their own snap count there. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So frustrating for an offense to just give away yards with false start penalties. Running inside. It's Berry. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Right back to it. And he'll be brought down. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Levitt. Finds a soft spot in the middle. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
And that's an interesting choice for this offense, and specifically for the quarterback, man. 4th down, throwing the ball underneath the stick. When you're not getting a first down, you got to put that ball on the money, have your guy with some open space so he can...
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Gets drilled as he releases it, and the ball just triples to the ground.
That's a gutsy call, and I know the analytics world says to go for it more often, but when you're in your own territory, and now you turn the football over to the other team, points are so much easier to get. Obviously, I know, Jesse, it didn't take a color commentator to figure that out.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. This is a designed run. Oh, it's a fumble. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover, and the offense falls.
We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. We take a moment to look at the stats and what has been a tight ball game. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Off the play fake. Buying some time as he moves left. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the first down on 3rd and long. Fires to the big fella. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. The Rebels will go for it here on 4th down. Has to get there to move the sticks. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
And that's the challenge for this defense, man. It starts to get later in the ball game. That clock is not your friend. You're losing the football game. They got to meet the physical challenge of this run game.
And the Rebels have it with a 1st and 10. Run in the red zone. It's Lacey. Pushes ahead for 1. It's 2nd and 9.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Now facing a 3rd and long. Trying play action. Starts to scramble to the left. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Rebels!
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So the LSU Tiger offense comes out to start this drive. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot. And now let's see if they can pull this one out. Grabbed in the middle. It's Berry. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Across the 45. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
You got to be impressed with the quarterback on that last play because he's already been sacked a ton of times in this game. He knows he does not have a lot of time to survey the field, get through his progression. So as soon as he feels a lane to take off and run, he's going to take it. And a really nice job that time, showing off the athleticism and picking up the first down.
He might want another play. Looking to pass. It's Levin. Firing to the right, complete. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling. LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Escapes the pressure to his right. He's going to take off. Just couldn't find a hole in this defense. They were ready for him and forced him out of bounds, and no gain on the play. So now it's second and long. Looking to fire. Here comes the heat. Makes the grab. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. The Land Sharks circling. Crowd getting this defense whipped up on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This offensive line is not going to like watching the film back tomorrow when they get the opportunity because they have gotten beat.
Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
And now you start to feel desperate because down by multiple scores, the clock running out, 2.5+ minutes left on the clock. I got to do everything right now. I have no margin for error. My defense on this next possession, I have to get a 3 and out. I have to force a turnover. I have to do something to get me back in this ball game right now.
The defense, obviously, at this point is trailing. They need to get the football back. They're expecting run. They know the offense is going to try and bleed the clock, so you got to be good at the point of attack. They were right there. They gave up nothing on that run.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets rid of it. Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a 4th down.
Well, this quarterback has struggled, having already thrown 2 picks. That should have been number 3.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. And the Rebels with the 1st and 10. The handoff, keep working on that clock. Dragged down at the 43, but it's a pickup of 10 on that one.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going. You're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing that.
They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
Unloads to the wideout. They needed a big play, and they got it. And the foot down for the first down.
Such a tough spot to be in on defense because you're trailing, you're expecting the offense to run the football. They just did it on the last play, and then on a critical 3rd down, they go play action, and they throw it over your head. You got to feel for this defense.
Moves away as he feels pressure. Makes the grab. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Rebels. That one might have put the finishing touches on this game.
This one is over. Game, set, match. The defense had a chance to maybe kind of keep their team in it, but the offense said, take it to the locker room.
And the timing just a hair off.
Well, head coach obviously decided it was best to go for 2 points right there. They didn't get it, and you just wonder if chasing the points is going to hurt this team later in the game.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. Drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Back to pass, it's Levin. Pocket breaking down. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
And when I got a stud quarterback like they do, I'm going to protect him. I'm going to make sure that I keep him upright because he can do some serious damage. But this defense applying pressure and applying the hammer in this football game.
Rushes on him. Finds his man. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one.
Well, here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
On target to the left. At the 45 on his way. He goes out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, but it might be too little too late. And the offense didn't need to accept the penalty thanks to that big play. Let's see how they set the tone on 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Wants to adjust the pattern. And back to the air on 2nd down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Steps away. Trying to escape. It's a fumble. And this fumble bounces out of bounds.
Well, they got a really nice drive going on offense. They're on their opponent's side of the field, but you're not going to come away with any points if you turn it over. They've got to do it.
All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Big tight end makes the grab. 1st down, still on his feet. That will